in fact. You talk to a normal person's kids about sex in kindergarten, you get beaten up. You should be beaten up. Please.
Absolutely.
So yesterday, the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, humiliated a reporter who tried to lie about this bill. Watch the exchange.
Governor, because we want to ask you about the recommendation. What critics call the Don't Say Gay bill is on the Senate floor. Does it say that in the bill? Does it say that in the bill? I'm asking you to tell me what's in the bill because you are pushing false narratives. It doesn't matter what critics say.
Well, it says it bans classroom instruction on sexual identity and gender orientation.
For who? For grades pre-K through 3.
I know you.
So 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and the idea that you wouldn't be honest about that and tell people what it actually says, it's why people don't trust people like you because you peddle false narrative.
Thank you. Thank you.
Finally, someone stands up to them. Matt Walsh is the host of the Matt Walsh Show. He'd be a good governor. In the meantime, we're happy to have him on our show. So, Matt Walsh, is there a single person in America who thinks some creepy teacher ought to be allowed to talk to your kindergartner about genitals and gender identity? What? That's so obviously wrong. Who's for that?
Well, nobody. That's why they have to lie about it. And by the way, I like the fact that Democrats are now at the point where they're just walking through the halls screaming the word gay because that's
makes them look like total fools.
Empty party with nothing to offer the world. And they have to lie. And we know that, look, we're used to false narratives from Democrats in the media.
Absolutely.
What they're doing with this bill is even amid the torrential downpour of nonsense that we get from these people, it manages to stand out. Because what we know about them is, look, the left, they have no integrity. They're liars. They're also good at branding. So they've taken this bill and branded it the Don't Say Gay bill. When not only does the bill not do that, the bill doesn't even mention the word gay anywhere in it. All it says, as the governor points out, is very specifically that there cannot be classroom instruction by a teacher about gender identity or sexual orientation for kids up to grade 3. So I think you actually could criticize the bill. I criticize it only because it shouldn't stop at 3.
Should go all the way to high school.
Teachers at any grade.
Exactly.
There's never a time when a teacher needs to sit down with kids and tell them that, hey,
it's none of their business. This shit is just absolutely evil.
For young kids, but they can't. The Democrats, they cannot defend what's actually happening in schools
or at our border or in Ukraine.
I mean, reading scores, math scores are on their way down in every state over time. Real testing, standardized testing, not the lying.
It's their plan.
Nobody seems to care.
China's running our country right now.
Right, they can't read. They don't have the basic competence. They also obviously then are not able to engage with these concepts. As I pointed out many times, when you tell a young boy that, well, he could really be a girl,
you're messing with their mind and their spirit.
He doesn't grasp these basic concepts, but that's also why, look, there's a reason why the Democrats are treating this bill like it's the apocalypse. All we're telling them is you can't groom young children, and to them it's Armageddon, and that's because they know they have to indoctrinate the kids into this madness very, very young. They have to get to them very, very young, because if you wait until people are a little bit older, they're going to know that it's insane. And so that's
absolutely.
Their entire worldview kind of hinges on being able to get to the kids.
That's how evil they are. They're going after our children.
Well, yeah, you can't commit sexual abuse against my kindergartner. And that's what this is. It's sexual abuse.
Absolutely, and we should call it out as such. Father, these people are evil.
Great to see you.
Thank you for bringing this story.